And we are live. Happy St. Patty's Day. May the luck of the Irish be with you.
Oh, wait. I've got a reference for the people that are watching. Top of the morning to you, laddies. My name is Jacksepticeye, and welcome to Happy Wheels. No?
Not yet.
Stop playing things on your phone, sound man. Honestly.
Well, you know what? No one's watching us so far, which means to get that part, they'll have to watch the recording of this thing.
Remember, there's also a 20-second delay, so...
Well, look, my Jacksepticeye impression is not what I would call good, but...
I'm not sure what I'd call it. Welcome.
Hello.
Who is viewing us?
That's me.
Well, you're the one. One is the loneliest number that you'll ever do, but we're up to four now.
We're getting more.
We are definitely well. So welcome all that are viewing, and welcome to the St. Patrick's Day version of the live free stream of Lord Fafnir and Spawn. We normally do this on Thursday, so we're doing an extra special on a Wednesday because St. Patrick's Day happens to be on a Wednesday this year.
And we do happen to be Irish.
Well, partially anyway.
You're more Irish than me, but that's what happens with those genetic things.
Well, you've got a bit of the Irish on both sides.
It's very true, I do.
As do I, but most of me Irish comes from my father's side.
Oh, your accent is very interesting.
Oh, it's awful.
It's awful.
Should be neck deep in...
That's kind of the whole point.
So, for those of you that are joining us, we do have 4 more spots available for this evening, and they are first come, first serve, and then we will move into the waiting room because we usually have some people that forget or don't show up or fall asleep during the stream. That's happened a few times.
But I think some of our people are already here. Why don't you go over the list of names of those who have reserved? Because I do believe, looking at the names here of the people who have sent some nice comments, and thank you for saying that. I think at least 3 of our people are already here.
I believe so. So first of all, we have Mary Lacombe, Leisha or Leisha DeMarco Hai. And I am so sorry if I am butchering people's names. I am trying my best. Stop playing things on your phone, sound man.
It wasn't my phone. It just mysteriously came up from my computer.
And I thought my jokes were bad.
So then we have Wendy Zimmerman, and then we have Chelsea Ann and Rachel Duncan and Garrett Kohlberg. And I know that some of them are here already. Nancy, I see you. I got you. So
Nancy obviously wants to spot. Rachel's already here, and Garrett's already here.
And Chelsea's here. And hello, Carol. It's lovely to see you here in the comments as well. So, how are you doing? It's been a while.
It has been a while.
We see each other a lot, but it's been a while since you've seen us.
Actually, has it really been? Yes, actually, it has been a while since they have seen us.
It has been.
Yes, we hope you all are doing very, very well. Yes, it's been almost, it was Valentine's, wasn't it? So it was the last one that we did.
Yeah.
So, oh my Lord, almost a month before we're doing another free stream. Oh my God.
Let me check.
Oh, Chelsea's saying she wants to go last tonight. Okay.
Well, she usually she's one of the ones that's excellent about attendance, so we can always generally rely on her to hang out. Cause
there is that. Yes.
So, Wendy has joined us. Hello, Wendy. Excuse me one moment. I have to check some couple tech things here.
So for those of you who are familiar, want to hear the litany, or for those of you who are not familiar, or have not heard the litany, this is a live free reading stream. You do not have to pay a cent. If you'd like to give us a donation, that would also would be appreciated, but that's totally optional. And we'll show you how to do that later. But these are referred to as, I can't talk right now, referred to as mini readings. We have multiple tarot decks and oracle deck cards here. Basically, when it is your turn, we ask you to be prepared. If you have a question you'd like to ask, please ask it, and you do not have to have a question, in which case you just say you would just like a general reading. Ask for if you would like to have the Spawn be your reader, if you'd like to have the Lord be your reader, or a combination of both of us. Usually, what happens is that you get both of us anyway. But whoever you want your primary person to be is totally up to you, and then you can ask not only the person but which deck you would like. We both have our Dragon tarot cards with us. Red, of course, is always armed with the Swiss 1/1J
I
deck
see you, Carol.
that I refer to as the Dark Shadows deck. And then I also have the Tarot of Sexual Magic, the R-rated deck for relationship readings for those who wish to go there. On top of that, we also have a series of Oracle cards, Angel, and 4 different Dragon Oracle decks, which may or may not come in depending upon what happens tonight. I see you're still counting.
I'm counting. Yes. Sorry, I'm trying to. We need assistance.
Sorav would like a reading as well.
Yes. Is that how you pronounce your name? Is it Sorav Gupta? Is that like I said, I am so sorry if I mispronounce names. I am trying my very best. But I got you. You are on the list for a reading.
That makes 9. So we still have 1 spot left.
We have 1 spot left for whoever shall claim it.
And then plus we have a couple of people who actually reserved who have not shown up. And for those who do not show up, guess what? Your spots get to be given away to other people.
It's true.
And that happens every time we do this.
Oh yay, my pronunciation is correct. That makes me happy.
Awesome.
I do try.
But anyway, shall we get the ball rolling so
Let's-
these people aren't just sitting around waiting for other people to show up and sign get some spots here?
Yes, the first person that is on our list that is actually here is Wendy.
Wendy.
Are you ready, Wendy?
Yes, apparently she is. General Lord Up, what he desires.
Wendy knows what she wants.
Apparently. Oh, one other thing there. Also, for everybody out there, including you, Wendy, give us a number. Basically, because with tarot cards especially, we would normally have you guys shuffle the cards and put your energy in the deck. Obviously, can't happen here, but we still want some of your energy in there. So you guys get to pick the starting position. Tarot decks have 78 cards. So any number between 1 to 78, that will be your starting spot. So I need a number from Wendy. I already know what deck I'm going to pick. So as soon as she gives me a number, we will get this show on the road. And I will, in the meantime, shuffle my dragon deck and get it nice and all cleared.
You'll get it all nice and all.
Exactly. Wendy wants 11, as you wish.
11 for Wendy.
Alrighty. And the 3 cards. And the number shall be 3. Lord.
And I shall do the switch now.
Yes. Switch over to the other camera. And
I'm going to move that.
yes,
slightly.
move that out of the way here.
Oh,
So,
lovely.
I was going to say, hopefully this looks well.
Yes, that looks pretty good from where I'm sitting.
Alrighty. Very interesting array here. We have the inverted 9 of cups. We have the regular facing 10 of wands. And the inverted page of swords. This one also doubles as an astrology sign. This doubles for Gemini. So, from a quick idea of elements, we have water, we have fire, and we have air. So nice and balanced. I'm turning these over so you actually can see what these pictures look upright. Even though these two were inverted.
I'm just going to pause you for a second.
Go ahead.
Mary Maria, I saw your comment. I have put you on the list. That makes you the 10th in our list of 10. So just so you know, you'll probably have to wait a little bit. But yes, you are definitely on the list. And that means that we are now opening our waiting room so that if there's anybody that wants a reading, we will put you in the waiting room. And if somebody who has pre-booked does not show up for their reading slot, you can have it.
Excellent.
Carry on.
Very well. Take note, because I believe you're going to say a little bit about this as well, correct?
Oh, yes.
All right. So we have here 9 and a 10 and a page. If this was a regular playing deck of cards, This would be the jack, so 9-10 jack. So we have a nice sequence, even though these two were inverted. We have here what I refer to as the fish out of water card. The seahorse dragon that's basically coming up out of the water to go, hello, let's see what we have here. Get a brand new vision on all kinds of things. We have here the Ten of Wands, the dragon who has the, what I refer to as the Home Alone phase. Macaulay Culkin running around going, ah! Well, putting the his hands over his ears, screaming, because this is the dragon who is overwhelmed. We've got the 10 lit chalices there, and there is just so much flame. This dragon is not quite sure what's going on. Along with the Page of Swords, again, Gemini, maybe that's relevant, maybe it's not. However, we have the free flying dragon, the I am so glad to be free, whipping through the trees here, ripping some of the leaves off, and this dragon's not worried about any of the collateral damage. He's just so happy, happy, happy. Again, these two are inverted. So, Wendy, what are we talking about here? Boy, do you want to get out. And I mean that in a whole bunch of ways. Spring is coming. We are also hopefully approaching the ending phase of COVID restrictions in one form or another. I wouldn't say it's definitely not going to go back to the way it was, but at least we're getting to the point where things are starting to be loosened up a little bit, and we can at least return to at least some sort of sense of normalcy, shall we say. The fish out of water. This is essentially as you realizing that, okay, you're not going back to exactly what you were before, but you are actually starting to find your newer normal. This one here going, thank God. I just want to get out and fly. Buffered by this one in the middle.
That transition
And the fact of that's still dealing with all the crap that's going on right now. And yes, you are in fact overwhelmed between, your personal life, your professional life, the combination of the both of them right now. You just want to kind of cry uncle. You need a vacation. But more than anything else, you need time alone. You need time to just enjoy the aloneness of yourself and your own privacy of your own thoughts, whether you can physically get out or whether it's just meditation or it's a combination of both. But you need to have some of that time to really, really heal, to be by yourself. And this one here says, oh, when you get it, you're going to have so much fun. So that's what I got for that. If you have anything you would like to add to that, Wendy, and in the meantime, Red, do you want to add anything to this? While we're waiting for, see if Wendy has any clarification question on this at all.
My one caveat is when you were talking about this card, I completely agree with you about the meaning of that card, especially in the context that we are talking about. But I also just warn that when you are worried about, when you're not worried about the carnage of the leaves that you're ripping off of branches and branches that you may be destroying, it's worrying about the pendulum swinging too far. Like, yes, we've all been cooped up for over a year, and I feel that as much as anyone else, but we must use our newfound normalcy and newfound freedom responsibly. So yes, absolutely have some fun and frolic and be free, but responsibility.
Drink responsibly.
Drink responsibly.
Like they say in the commercial. So Asha, if I'm pronouncing your first name correct, we've got you on the wait list. Actually, and you are the first on the wait list.
Okay, I was just about to ask that.
Yep.
So yes, so if for some reason one of our pre-programmed or pre-booked people don't show up, pre-programmed,
Oh
yeah,
my God.
pre-booked people don't show up, you get their spot. So, and by the way, like I've told people before, that's happened every time here. So there's a very good chance that you will get a reading tonight.
That's, yes, very true. So, Wendy, if you have any further thoughts on that, let us know. If
She did have a comment there. She says, thank you, absolutely can't wait to see you both. Well, we can't wait to see you as well.
See, look, I can do that.
How about that?
Look at that. Look at what I can do.
Alrighty. Well, since Wendy has is not asking for additional clarification, let's put these away and move on to
Since Chelsea has opted to go last, let other people go first. The next on the list shall be Rachel. Rachel Duncan, front and center.
Pick a number.
Come on, Rachel. Come on down. You're next here on The Price is Right. Is that show even still on anymore?
Yes, it is.
Oh my God, really?
Being hosted by Drew Carey, isn't it?
Yeah, I believe so. He's been doing it for a while now, hasn't he?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Ash. I mispronounced it. The E is silent. Kind of like the T in swimming.
For those of you that are new, we're not just psychics, we're also a terrible comedy duo.
Yes, our jokes are awful.
Both
Deliberately, by the way.
So
With a T in something.
Rachel says both any deck 9.
All right. Well, since I did the first one, I say you take the lead on this one. No, even though they want both of this one. But do you feel you should take your dragon or your Swiss 1-1J?
I'd say let's begin here.
You want to do the dragon?
I do.
All right. So, and she gave a number. She gave 9.
Yes.
And your deck is already shuffled. So, I will do the magic. Since the camera's on my side, not yours.
It's true.
Oh my. Go ahead and actually let me position these properly so when you flip the camera, they will show up.
I'm waiting.
Go for it. All righty. So we have the 3 of cups. We have the 2 of coins. And we have inverted death.
Well, that's exciting. I like that. I know that might sound weird to people who are not familiar with tarot decks, but I totally like that.
Oh, when we have our first troll of the night.
Woo! Are you getting rid of him or shall I?
Is Izzy.
Yes, is Zizzy. You want to get rid of a Zizzy?
Is Izzy is dizzy if he thinks he can get your customers.
Yeah. So let's begin. 3 of cups, 2 of coins, inverted death. Like I said, I honestly really like that progression.
3, 2, 4 from a number point of view.
Yes, and also just from without the numbers, he's the number guy. I'm not the number person.
You're not the mama.
And we've only just begun.
We've only just begun.
It's singing time apparently.
Yes.
Lord Fafnir.
Well, you started it, so.
So,
I did not start a thing.
anywho, made me lose my train of thought.
You like the progression of things you said.
I do like the progression because I think that it is telling a good story with good omens, I suppose, which also is a good story. Somebody please get my good omens reference. But anyway,
and
so
Rachel, by the way, is also a bit of a numerologist herself. She picked 9. 3, 2, and 4 make 9. She's so correct.
she is. But anyway, 3, so you have heart on heart there. Your heart is full, like really full. You need to make a little bit of space on your rock there. There is love there, but there is also clashing there. Would you not say so, my lord?
Yes, well, especially when I look at the next 2 cards, I'm kind of cheating. I'm looking in advance. The 3 becoming 2.
Mm-hmm.
Deliberately. Yes. The outgrowing of the space converting over to the couple.
Mm-hmm.
The couple's much happier than the 3 of them together.
And even if like the 3rd has not been like dispensed with in like a friendship kind of way, these 2 dragons have gone closer and entered a more significant bond together.
Mm-hmm.
Whether that be a financial tie, a romantic bond, whatever it is, these 2 have drawn closer than what you had over here. And the transformation will soon be complete.
Yes. This is actually one of the cards, even though it's inverted, it doesn't really make much of a difference. Regular facing, or at least not to me. And this also doubles as the sign for Scorpio. So, Rachel, I don't know if Scorpio means something specific to you or not. The death card change,
Mm-hmm.
transformation. This is, I think, is a good transformation, other than the fact of it might be a little weird because essentially we have the power of three, which seems to be that's the thing which should be the perfect triangle. It's the most balanced. However, in this case, the duality is actually what's more strong in this case.
Mm-hmm.
Losing the one person and going down to just the partnership actually is better. And I think that transformation, this is inverted because I believe the transformation is going to be a bit of a surprise. Um, you didn't see that one coming, did you, Sport? So to speak. It's like while overall this is a good thing, it's just a bit of a surprise. I think you knew change is coming, or change was slash is and are and will continue to come. But when all the dust settles, you're going to be like, wow, I really didn't think this was going to be so much more of an improvement.
Haha. Rachel says, I literally just quit my job to be home with my kids after losing my husband in October the 9th. So, this makes sense. That is a hard change.
That's a very hard change.
But like I said, I like the progression because I do believe that this is a progression of healing. I'm not seeing anything that's making me go, oh gosh, oh no, the horrible omen of death. Ah, egads.
Oh, and by the way, we don't sugarcoat this stuff. We've gotten plenty of times where the cards don't give good stories, but we don't hide those. I mean, we basically say, yeah, while we will love to tell stories about roses and sunshine, sometimes it's fertilizer.
'Tis the last rose of summer left blooming alone.
Mm-hmm.
And then Carol says, wow, Rachel's reading was like listening to my son's story. Yes, a lot. This is one of the reasons why I really like to do readings for people, because it's a very decent way for us to connect with each other as human beings about very raw and real human experience. Rachel says, I really feel like this supports that I made the right decision. You guys are amazing. Aw, shucks.
Well, you're the one that made the decision, Rachel, not us. But yes, these cards basically, I would say that even though it is a bit of a surprise and it is a bit of, it may seem to be a bit awkward, ultimately, yeah, this is the way. This is ultimately good for you.
This is the way. He has never seen The Mandalorian. That was completely by accident on his part, not on mine.
You're right. I've never seen the Mandalorian. Did I pulled a Mandalorian quote?
You did. You said this is the way. That's what they say.
No kidding.
Uh-huh.
The way of the Mandalorian.
Oh, look, another one. Crafty Melissa, go away.
Excuse me? Oh,
And Crafty Melissa is Zizzy.
it's just another. All right, moving on. So we are done with. I'm sorry, Rachel. Did you have any follow up questions before we officially boot you to the curb for the next person?
Oh, rude. We would never boot any of you. We love you all very much.
We do love you so much.
Troller.
Thank you, Nancy.
But yes, but if not, then next up will be Garrett.
Yes. It will be Garrett, and then it will be Nancy, and then it will be Carol. So you have all been warned.
Cranking to
Mhm.
Apparently.
Do you want to do a quick commercial while we're waiting for see if Rachel has any last minute the second questions or whatever? I can't talk tonight at all.
Goodness, is it commercial time
Yes,
already?
Lord knows I'm tripping over my own tongue. You better do the commercial. Yeah, you do all but you like doing it.
I know. You trained me to be Vanna White very, very, very efficiently.
And I trained you very well, apparently.
When I was young, the singing group that still exists, I used to sell the CDs for them. And my go-to line was, please buy them. If you don't, they don't feed me.
Yes, I know you pulled it right out of Oliver Twist. I'm
Please, sir, I want some more.
God, so embarrassing you were. Anyway, do the commercial.
And you decided to become my business partner.
It's more like I invited you.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. All
Do
right.
the commercial.
Hello, we are Lord Fafnir and Spawn Psychic Readers, and our website is currently on the screen right now, www.fafnirandspawn.com. we have a lot of ways that you can get in touch with us. You can message us through our Facebook page and our Instagram. Our Facebook page is Lord Fafnir and Spawn Psychic Readers. On our Facebook page, we have a fancy schmancy handy dandy book now button that actually shows you every single psychic service that we provide. You can also use it to just plug yourself directly into our calendar. It is super user intuitive and friendly. We also have an Instagram, which is at Fafnir and Spawn, and that is where we do daily tarot draws. So if you are looking for a little bit of daily psychic wisdom, follow us there. We also have a YouTube channel, Lord Fafnir and Spawn Psychic Readers, which is where we broadcast all of our live streams and save them for later, because I know that you want to watch them on repeat because we are just that entertaining. That is also where we post the Lord's ongoing series, Messages in the Music, which is more about his clairaudient abilities. And he will have another one coming out very soon, which is exciting. We have more events coming up. So in 8 days, right? I can do math.
Yes, 8 days.
8 days. In 8 days.
Next Thursday.
You can spend an evening with Spawn. Just me, not him.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Forgive me. But just me. And that is an evening of just me doing energy work for the people that sign up. This is like one of the private streams that we do, but instead of having the full menu, it is one, just Spawn, which will be a fun night, and two, it is just energy work, which yes, I can do energy work over the internet. It is $20 per person. You can find the event for it on our Facebook page. If you do sign up, just message us with your email so that I can send you a link to the stream, because I get to see all of your faces when we do the private streams.
Did you want to talk about what we're doing next month on tax day?
Yes, I figured I'd let you do that part though.
Very well. Did you also talk about if they want to give us a little donation for the evening, to throw up our little PayPal link?
Yes, indeed. That is our PayPal link on the screen right now. What we do right now, this is our monthly free reading, but if you feel like giving us a tip, or if you want to book a private reading with us later, this is how you give us payment. This is also how you give us payment for any of our paid events that we do, like the one that is next week when it's just me and the energy work. But then we are also doing something fun on tax day.
Yes, on tax day will be another paid private stream. But there will be 3 of us. So it will be the 2 of us. Plus, we will be inviting a medium, Julianne Thompson,
which, if you have seen our little talk show that we do, she has actually been one of our previously invited guests.
Mm-hmm.
So if you would like to get to know her, you can totally go to our YouTube channel, Lord Fafnir and Spawn Psychic Readers, and look up that video and learn a bit more about her, because we do a whole interview.
Oh, indeed we do. But yes, she will be here, and you can basically have a reading done by any of us, or in fact, all 3 of us. All of our skill sets will be at your disposal. The price for that one is $25 to get in, and if you pay, you will be guaranteed to get a reading. As with all of our paid streams, we're not on a time limit. So basically, is that we will be on as long as we have to get through to all the people who sign up, because that's the way it should be done.
Exactly. And again, that event is already live on our Facebook page, so you can go and look it up there. But we also have a special page on our website for that, which is under special events. So you can go and read about all of the readers that are going to be there in more detail, about what we do, in more detail about what the night is going to be like, if you have not joined us for a private stream. If you have joined us for a private stream, please consider doing it again. We loved having you.
There we go.
All right. Bye.
And now, back to the next reading with Garrett. And Garrett has...
Hello, Rose from the Netherlands. Lovely to hear from you.
You're doing the shout out to the Netherlands.
Well, Rose just commented.
Excellent. Very, very nice. All right, so Garrett, you are up. And
Garrett says both any deck 48.
And before we start this, and I will explain this later, Garrett, I want you to pick another number between 1 and 43.
Ooh.
Yeah, you know what that means.
Ooh.
But Garrett doesn't. Gonna keep in suspense for the meantime.
And Rose, I'm so sorry that you had COVID-19. I also had COVID-19. It was not fun. I hope that you are better now.
Okay, so Garrett, I'm gonna pull dragon cards. I'm gonna use Garrett's 48 for to start, and then when he gives me the other number, well, we'll play with that later on.
Yes, Chels. I know that you are the. Chels is like the attender of all our private events, and we love her for it. It gets a little shaky when you deal things out.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't even notice that.
That's okay. Well, Rose, you hurry up and get better immediately, but also rest up and take as much time as you need. It took 2 months before I was truly feeling like myself, and even now I'm still having some of those long-term symptoms that people are talking about. It's not fun. Garrett says 24.
I got that. All right, do your switch over.
Switcheroo.
These are for the Dragon Tarot cards.
Indeed.
We have the King of Swords, also known as Libra. We have the Ace of Cups, and then we have the inverted Nine of Swords, which I'm going to turn around so you can see the regular picture. So we have 2 for air, that being swords. We have 1 for water in the middle, that being for cups. So with the king, the ace, and the 9, of course, 1 and 9 make 10. Transition back to a 1. Yeah. And begin, all the same. Here we go again. I'm not going to finish that because you know what's coming.
Yep.
All right. Garrett's not a Libra, is he? I didn't.
Garrett, are you a Libra? I don't actually know the answer to that.
I'm not sure I do either, but I'm not thinking that he is. I think this is more of the, why are you trying to do everything by yourself, dude? Just like, you do realize there are other people out there who can help you, but you have to be in front. You have to lead the pack. But basically, you're traveling so fast. King of Swords here. You're leaving everybody else in the dust.
Yes, if you can see those 2 little.
Yeah, there's 2 little dragons way in the back. You're supposed to be. This is supposed to be like a dragon migration,
like how geese do,
like the V pattern that birds make. Yes, the one that's at the top there, that's the one that gets most of the wind shear. It is the most difficult spot to be in. But this dragon, he's so far out in front that
he's an
left.
Aquarius.
He's an Aquarius. Okay, well, another air sign. So Libra's the primary of the air. Aquarius is the secondary of the air. But yeah, this is like you're leaving your mates in the dust. So it's like, why do you feel you have to do everything by yourself? The Ace of Cups, similar thing here. Ace is a new beginning, number 1 here, and there you are freezing your took us off there in this scene here. The ice, the winter, it's cold. Spring is coming because some of the ice is finally melting here. But again, it's the fact of you're just trying to do this all on your own.
The troll has been blocked, everyone. Thank you.
You found another troll? As I've been yakking away here?
Yes, well, I also love that everyone informs us when there is a troll. Everybody is on troll alert. Thank you very much. It's very appreciated.
I kind of like wonder if it's the same person. Just keep coming back with.
I have a
new
theory.
Names. What's your theory?
That's it. You just said it.
Okay. And now the inverted Nine of Swords here. The swords here all forming their nice door frame, and there you are as the dragon in this cloud here. You're not quite sure if you can move forward or not because you're not all familiar with your way. Again, all 3 of these cards have the same context in the fact of, why are you trying to do everything on your own? Why are you trying to solve every problem by yourself? I mean, I'll grant you, independence is great. Working by yourself can be very, very fulfilling. But every now and then it kind of works against you. And I would say right now it's doing exactly that. You, not saying that you're making bad progress or that you're being hindered, but you're definitely not operating on all thrusters because you're just trying to do everything by yourself. There's no one there to help refuel you, so to speak.
I like that.
You want to add to that? Because while you do that, I'm gonna pick the card 24 because little intuition came to me that the fact of I needed to throw a Dragon Oracle card out here, and I basically am doing it from the Dragon Wisdom Oracle deck.
Well, you throw down,
and I will count out while you talk.
Well, I think that you hit the nail on the head. We're all, yes. Garrett says that he hates asking for help. Most of us do hate asking for help. And we are also in a very weird position right now where we are a year into the pandemic, and because we are have generally not been around to be around people, we've had to be way more independent and self-sufficient than even some of the most independent and self-sufficient people actually want to. And so it's very, very hard to come back from how hard we've had to swing to the other side of that pendulum just to survive this pandemic and get through it. Um, so, oh, well, why
Keep
don't,
keep talking, or unless you're done.
no, that was about,
So I mean, so you basically concurred with what I was talking about.
yes.
All right. So what I did was I drew the 24th card off of the Dragon Wisdom deck, which, if you're not familiar with Oracle cards, people out there, yeah, they're not at all like tarot. Or like tarot is always it's the same suits, the same number of cards, etc. Oracle cards, depending on the theme, it can be any number of cards. Like I've got 5 different Dragon Oracle decks, all of different themes. They all have different numbers. Oracle cards are very blunt. This was the card that came up for you. Companions. So while the tarot cards suggest that you've been doing it all by yourself, your Dragon Wisdom card, the one word card, says companions. And of course, you see here
It knows what you need.
dragons. You've got, here you are in the center, the orange one. You've got all these other ones around here in various other shades. You need to have that variety.
Indeed.
You need to basically bring that other essence of others into your life again. And yeah, ask for that help, because my God, they can provide you the assistance that you need.
To Annie and Debbie that are asking for spots, our 10 spots are currently filled, so I've put you in the waiting room. If some people do not claim the spots that they have booked, we may have room for you, but I want to let you know I've seen your requests. We've put you in the waiting room, but it is not a guarantee, but we will do our best for you.
Very good.
Okie doke.
All right, Garrett, if you have no other follow-up questions or comments, then we will move on. And who is next?
It's
Nancy
Nancy.
is up next, I do believe.
So we have Nancy, and then Carol, and then Surav, and then
And we will keep it moving.
yes.
All right, Nancy, time for you to get off of troll duty and come forth.
Yes,
and,
she's troll hunting.
yes, exactly.
Both any 11.
All right.
11's popular tonight.
It is. 11's a master number. That's for the master intuitive.
Is it because it's St. Petty's Day?
Garrett has his last comment there.
Yes, that makes a lot of sense. I have a rough time letting people in. I know that you do. Like, I don't know you as well as I would like to, but I do know that you are an incredibly kind human being, and you have an amazing amount of compassion for other people, so you deserve to let them be compassionate back at you.
Mm-hmm.
Hey!
All right, you're up.
I'm up.
Since she wants both 11, you get to choose the deck. Oh, you're going for Swiss 11J.
She asked what it was, so we're going to show her.
Oh, I must have missed that comment. She wants to know what the Dark Shadows deck is all about.
Well, she asked what the Swiss 11J was, and Chels told her that it was the Dark Shadows deck, which I'm not sure if she's seen yet. So guess what, Nancy? New deck for you. It's not.
This
ironically, it's the oldest deck here.
This deck is out of print. This was this deck for those of you who ever saw were fans of the 1960s soap opera Dark Shadows. This was the tarot deck that they used in that.
Oh boy, goodbye, Janet. Damn it, Janet.
Damn it, Janet.
All right, I shall switcheroo. Let's see what we've got here.
We have La Justice card. These are in all of français.
These are all of français.
So we have the Justice card, number 8. We have the Chariot card, number 7, both of which these double as astrology. We're back to Libra again.
Mm-hmm.
And this one's Cancer. And then we have the 4 of Swords. So another air card. 2 for air, 1 for water. None inverted.
No.
Interesting. 874.
You are still trying so very hard to find your balance. I do think that you have a very, very hard time not taking an active role in certain things. You and I have talked before, Nancy, about the idea of you stopping searching so hard for the things that you're looking for, like romance, for instance, and taking time off to learn about yourself and who you truly are. And by not focusing on it so much, that sort of tends to be, I think, when stuff kind of comes to you, if that makes sense. When you are looking for things so hard that you're not finding them anywhere, sometimes you need to take a break and let it be, and you can always come back to it. But I still see what I am seeing here. I still see that you are still very trying so hard
Mm-hmm.
and getting discouraged. Would you like to throw anything in there?
These, I mean, the way that these are just so prim and proper is the fact of it's like, yes, I am on my mission. I will basically put up this great front, and I will mark. I will walk the walk, and I will talk the talk. And where is all the stuff for the inside?
Mm-hmm.
Because you're so focused on the external.
And believe me, I understand a lot of your struggle with the external. Um, I'm happy that the break is happening. Um, but I think your pendulum is swinging a little bit and you're starting to focus too hard in some other areas. And believe me, I understand the external motives that you have, especially, regarding your kid. You want to be the best mom that you absolutely possibly can be. I get it. I applaud it. But yes, take care of yourself. I still see that you are struggling with that a bit. You've definitely gotten better since the last time we've had a reading. I don't, I'm not looking at any of these cards going, oh my gosh, Nancy, you have not learned anything. But, nothing changes overnight. Nothing is perfected overnight. You are doing better than you were. You still have a ways to go, if that makes sense.
No, that totally makes sense. And the thing is, what I want to say to you, based upon what I see here, is I don't want to say drop the professional mode because that's not totally applicable either. But for the love of God, will you lighten up? Go with the flow. The beauty of this card right here, if you ignore the rose right in the middle here, the rest of this card is in complete symmetry. You have the curves, and they are perfectly symmetrical with the other. It's the go with the flow. Be the reeds that bend with the breeze and then come back up again. It's okay to basically let go because the curves actually, as you're going around a curve here, you get to see a different perspective of this rose here rather than looking at it point blank and seeing, okay, it's a flat flower. No, go around this curve, you get to see this side. Go around this curve, you get to see its other side. You get that fuller picture.
And again, the progression is very visible in the cards. Like here with Justice, you're trying so hard to balance those scales. It's not working out. This is where you were a bit ago. Here's where you are now. Again, it's you are not entirely go with the flow, but you have at least gotten out of the chariot. Chariot is you are not driving it. I don't know if you are letting somebody else drive it or if the chariot is just also having a break, but you have at least done that. So the next phase of sort of your progression here Go with the flow, man.
Well, it's funny you say break because if you actually look at this picture really closely,
It's
the fact that the horses are going in opposite directions.
mm-hmm.
So this chariot's about to basically break in half, or one of the horses is going to break off from the other because you can't have them both go like this and have the chariot stay intact.
But at least she's not in the chariot.
Nope, not in the chariot now.
Switching back to our faces.
Alrighty. So Nancy, do you have any comments, supplemental questions to ask for this?
Because if you are all set, then Carol, it's your turn. And then after we have Surav Gupta and then Mary Maria. And then we will see if some of our other people on this list have shown up. That will be the last time I take attendance. And then if they are not here, we will be moving on into the waiting room. Bum, bum, bum.
Exactly.
Hello, Godric. We are happy you're here. Late or not, it's all good. These go for a while.
They do, indeed. All right. Oh, Carol wants the Dark Shadows deck.
All right. So that did you do the shuffle? Did you do a shuffle?
Actually, I did not. So let me reshuffle.
Do a shuffle.
Oh, and she wants 22.
22.
Another master number.
We're getting a lot of those tonight.
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome, Nancy. Message me later if you want to talk or anything. You know I'm available. Available.
Oh, I was gonna say you've turned into Elmer Fudd now for a moment there.
You blocked some more people while I was gone.
Oh yeah, it's and thanks. Nancy's been on full on troll patrol, which has been very appreciated.
Yes, thank you, Nancy, for being our troll watcher.
Yeah, Nancy and Carol, I think they're both.
So we've had 4 tonight so far.
So far.
Azizzy, Crafty, Melissa,
and there was Damn It Janet
and Janet Kate.
Yep, Damn It Janet. All right, shall I switch?
Go ahead.
Godric, yes, that is a wild mat you hear. Soundman is doing his thing.
He's not tame. He's definitely wild.
Hi, Gabby. Happy St. Patty's Day to you too. All right, now I'm actually switching over here. All right, Carol, this is what we have for you. Oh, wow.
Yeah, we have the 8 of Wands regular. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Or in Francais, La Roue de Fortune.
I don't speak French. Is that actually how it's pronounced?
I'm not sure. I mean, I took French. It was a long time ago. And then we have Le Mat, the inverted fool.
Indeed.
So I will turn this around here.
We're having such interesting progressions tonight.
Yes. And then, of course, and actually, they don't even put the number 0 on here, but the fool typically is numbered 0. So we have an 8, a 10, and an El Zippo here.
El Zippo.
Well, I always like the fool. I mean, I like for the fact that the number 0 on here. Now this card, other than the fact of the little 8 right down there, which kind of tells you whether it's inverted or not, it's not.
Yes, which is helpful because of the symmetry.
Well, because this card actually is perfectly symmetrical.
Mm-hmm.
You've got the exact same flowers on both top and bottoms here. So we have that card of perfect symmetry. Then we have the Wheel of Fortune. Then we have the Fool. So let's just say, Carol, you start out with roses. Everything seems to be perfectly balanced, at least in your mind right now.
Rose, red. Okay, sorry.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Then we hit the Wheel of Fortune, and then we go to the inverted Fool. Are you a gambling type of person, Carol? Because that's what you're going to be doing. And I don't necessarily mean money, but maybe we're referring to that.
I mean, aren't we all?
But essentially, it's almost as if your life is too perfect or your life is too boring. And the fact of you have the perfect symmetry going on here, and it's not bad. It's it's comfortable, but it basically the Wheel of Fortune. You're about to basically make a major
oops.
well, I wouldn't say oops, but things you're going to spin the wheel in the hopes that things are going to ultimately turn different for you because you want to have that choice of variety. The thing is, are you going to have the variety which actually is going to be a positive increase or a not positive increase? Because the
Well-
whole point of the Wheel of Fortune is that you don't know.
Well, that's the thing about variety. It's a neutral term. It could be good variety. It could be bad variety.
Exactly.
Oh, but Carol goes, I'm bored.
Well, okay, so the symmetry is complete boredom. So,
Mhm.
okay, so you want some excitement. Well, okay, you're about to get it.
Be careful what you wish
Be careful
for.
what you wish for.
You may get it.
Because the thing is, you got the third card is the inverted fool. Now, of course, I always refer to the Wheel of Fortune like people want to go to a casino with the fact of, all right, let's just face it, in casinos, you play there long enough, you're guaranteed to lose.
She says,
because
wanting to break out and do something, so to
yes,
speak.
exactly. So yeah, at casinos, the odds are always against you. May the odds ever be in your favor. Sorry, the odds are never in your favor.
No.
However, if you wish to just make a break and do a change, and maybe you're not quite sure what you want to do,
I'll
okay,
make a
so you go out. Oh,
change.
stop it! If you're gonna complain to me about thinking the Carpenters, then
You like Sheryl Crow.
I do like Sheryl Crow. I do.
I think you need to do an entire night where you just respond and read the cards while
And sing songs all the whole
show
time?
tunes. The responses have to be show tunes.
Show tunes.
Yes.
Oh, that would be interesting.
Wow. I need to brush up on my show tunes.
Exactly. That's stuff for another stream, not tonight. So if you want to make that break, you want to make that change, yeah, you're going to spin the wheel. The resultant of you making the change gets you the inverted fool, which essentially says that this was your choice. The fool is actually one of the best cards to get in the tarot deck because it's all about free will, which is why even though this card doesn't show it, why from a numerology point of view, the fool is given the number 0. Because 0 is outside the numerology wheel of the 1 through 9. It's the only, because all whole numbers, when you reduce them to one digit, are a 1 through 9, with the exception of 0. Because 0 is its own separate circle outside the circle of the 1 through 9 wheel. Others may perceive you to be foolish. That's the whole point of the fool. You're the smart one. You know better. You may be perceived to be doing something which is rather silly or odd or foolish or whatever. However, if you did it because you needed to do it to break out of your boredom, and even if the results maybe don't come out as great as you really
Results
wanted them
may
to,
vary.
Exactly. But the whole point was you spun the wheel because you needed to, because you needed the variety, you needed the change, and you're willing to deal with the consequences. The fool is actually very smart. The fool is very versatile. That's why when fools were employed back in Renaissance times, they could sing, dance, tell jokes, play instruments, entertain the king, and they usually were the smartest people in the king's court, but they could do it from behind the scenes.
Well, yes, because how do you tell a political joke about what a bad person the king is to the king's face without the king smiting your head off? It was a very, it was a very fine needle to thread there.
Mm-hmm. So if you're bored, by all means, spin the wheel.
Results may vary, though.
Results may vary, but again, the Fool card, even though it's inverted, the Fool card basically says that regardless of what the actual physical results are, you're going to basically kind of walk away going, I'm glad I did that.
Like just jumping in my van and going to New Orleans for a vacation. Well, I would recommend you wait until slightly later in the year to do that because where we are at with COVID precautions at this moment in time still makes that not super safe.
Although I would say that now that Mardi Gras is over, the fact of there wouldn't be as many tourist populations in New Orleans.
We are getting to the point where we're going to be able to vacation safely again very soon. So I don't think that is an unreasonable idea.
Although I will say one thing, having been to New Orleans in the summertime, humid. Yes, I mean, unless you're a person who really, really likes heat and humidity. I just remember because I flew into New Orleans in July one year.
Oh, look.
And what?
July.
The humidity hit me like a brick wall when I got off the plane. I'm like, oh my God. But then again, I'm a person, I hate humidity, which is why whenever Whenever I get sick of summer, I move further north.
Is this why I'm a native New Hampshire person?
Yes.
Yeah. And boy, howdy do I. Yeah, I'm definitely a native New Hampshire
I put it this way,
person.
and because the older I get, the more I hate humidity. So the thing is, like the typical old person retires to Florida, I will never go there.
Well, like I don't mind dry heat at all, but yeah, it's the humidity that's just like,
Yeah, you
I
want
hate
dry heat?
being,
Go to Arizona.
I
That's
hate
actually
being
cool.
moist. Like,
That and Florida is like, America's Australia. Every animal down there wants to kill you. Just ask Florida.
it's true.
Are you talking about the people as the animals, or?
Well, that too.
All right, so let me do a quick taking of attendance here. So Surav Gupta and Mary Maria, are you still here? Because if you are, then Surav, you are up next, and Mary, you will follow after. And then two people that I have not seen on the stream yet are Mary Lacombe and Lisha or Lisha DeMarco Hai. Again, sorry if I'm butchering people's names. Not trying to, but you never know.
Mm-hmm. Because if those any of those are not here, then we get to move to the wait list.
Yes.
And Ash is the first one on the wait list. So the odds of her getting a reading are increasing by the minute.
Well, actually, what are your pronouns, Ash? We like to make sure we get those correct. Oh, good. Matt is just writing moist in the comments like a.
I was quoting Spawn. It's a direct quote.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure that everybody heard the direct quote. I'm doing you a favor.
I so appreciate that. Really and truly, I do.
This is why you gave me the big bucks.
So yes, Carol says she wants to visit all the exotic shops in New Orleans, and there's quite a few of them in there.
What do we mean when we say exotic? Like, are we talking like food, like zoos, aquariums? I don't.
Yes.
Okay, I'm like I don't.
Oh, I mean literally, it's like whatever your desire is, you pretty much can find it on.
Well, I am so not
the old
worldly
city.
traveled. I've never even been inside an airport, so. Like, not only have I never been on a plane, I've never even physically been inside an airport.
Oh, and by the way, the other half of the Omen is in New Orleans.
I did know that.
Yes, the famous psychic store in Salem, Mass, that we both have worked at, and I continue to work at in October. It has a sister store in New Orleans.
All right.
So I'm not hearing anything from anybody else right now.
No. So I am going to move into the wait list.
What is hoodoo voodoo foods?
Well, hoodoo, comma voodoo. Like I think these are the things that she wants to.
New Orleans reference.
Yes.
I thought hoodoo voodoo foods was like a restaurant or like voodoo donuts or something. I got like really excited.
I would be interested in trying that restaurant. But
Okay,
anyway, Ash, are you still here? Because if you are not, then we are going to move to Annie and to Debbie.
I'm surprised that these other two,
Some people just
Sarah
don't
and
like to wait.
Mary, aren't here.
Some people just don't like to wait.
Is there anybody out there?
Hello.
Or are we having a major delay factor
Is there
right now?
anybody in there?
Now you're doing Pink Floyd.
Yes, I am. Hear me.
Is there anybody home?
Ah, lordy, lordy, lord. Do, 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 do.
Wow, no response from anybody.
No. Are we still going? Babe, are we still going?
Yeah, as far as I can tell. Yes, you are.
Okay.
Row.
Yes, Chels, I know you're
Chelsea's
waiting.
still there, yes.
Yes, thank God for Chels.
From the French.
Wow. Okay.
Les Mew,
This
Les
is-
Purr. That's from Pepe Le Pew.
Le cluck. Le cluck, le cluck. All right.
All right, I'll do one then. You can read me.
Oh God.
Oh, we always can do Chelsea, but the thing is, yeah, what happened to all our people on the wait list?
I don't know where everyone went.
Because it wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, I know. Oh, Debbie is here. Okay, Debbie is here. So at least
Okay.
Debbie and Chelsea are here. Annie, where'd you go? Come back, Annie.
Ash, where'd you go?
That's true. Where is everybody?
Where is everybody?
I guess.
Okay, well, tell you what. While we're waiting for other people to chime back in, we can go ahead and do Debbie on the wait list.
Let's do Debbie.
All right, Debbie,
Annie!
you are up.
Annie's here.
Oh, Annie's here. Okay,
Yes,
good.
We'll do Debbie and then we'll do Annie.
Yep,
And
we
then-
already called Debbie, so we'll do Debbie first, then we'll go back to Annie.
Annie, I found your belt.
Godric, you shouldn't have told us that.
Oh.
Godric, you really.
You fool!
I mean, I knew that, but I wasn't gonna. You know.
And there's something you know now.
All right. Any cards, both 17, says Debbie.
17.
What shall we do?
I'm just thinking 17. That's the moon, isn't it?
I believe so.
Yes.
You're better at the rote memorization than I
Yes.
am.
The tower is 16. I do believe the moon is 17.
Memorization is hard, kids. For some of us, anyway.
What does Annie say? ES?
Well, she. No pity for being the mom. I like
Oh,
that.
don't worry. There's none.
No pity for being the mom. You will get none here. You'll just get normal pity.
Normal pity.
You're right, Carol. Moms are pretty great.
Oh God, look at this.
Well then, I'll just do the switch. Here you go, Debbie.
Oh, my evil laughter kicks in. All right. We have the 4 of Wands, the inverted 7 of Swords, and the inverted 10 of Swords. So 4, 7, 10. Interesting. Very interesting. Put these around so you can see what they are, but remember that these were inverted. Well, Debbie, right off the bat, let me introduce you to the Divine Male card.
Hey, Lord Beano, go away.
What? Oh, we have another troll.
Yeah, Lord Beano.
Lord Beano.
Sounds like the Lord of Gas.
And
Different spelling, but yes.
And Grace Dream, I will put you on the wait list. Welcome to the stream.
Yes, indeed. All right, so the 4 of Wands, the Divine Male card. I mean, it's hard to get around this one to the fact of sometimes the symbolism is really obvious. The dragon encircling the male phallic symbol. And yes, there's a Divine Female card. That happens to be the 6 of Wands, which has a gigantic V right through it as well. So, now, by the way, we're not necessarily referring to an actual physical male. This could be just referring to male energy. However, it seems to be that you are entwined around that maleness in the fact of is you are embracing this, whether you are embracing this energy in somebody else or you are embracing it within. I get the impression that this is a reference to somebody else, not just yourself. And I say that because I'm looking at the other ones here. The 7 of Swords and the 10 of Swords, both inverted, both of which have these door frames that this dragon can easily get through or not. As you see in this one, this dragon has actually already gone through the door frame versus this one, the dragon has got his head lopped around the top of it. So talk about the old phrase, 1 step forward, 2 steps back.
Bingo.
So, you seem to have a plan. You seem to know exactly what you're doing. And boy, you get started and Earth is going to basically give you a big slap in the ass or in the face and kind of go, nope, not going to work out this way. Going to make you go back and start over, or at least knock you back a peg and kind of like rethink your thing and go, okay, that process didn't work, so let's try another one.
She says, nailed it.
And like we said, we don't sugarcoat this stuff.
We do not.
So for this, because of since the last card's kind of the screwball card here, let's just take a look at a 4th card here as to what happens afterwards.
Ooh.
Ew, another inverted one, but
more floating. Another 7 as well.
another 7. We like sevens. And this one actually, this is the seven of coins. This is for Earth.
It's decision time.
Decision time. It's called Leap of Faith.
Shalt thou cross the bridge? Yes.
Exactly. The picture here of the dragon having to cross that very rickety bridge, not knowing if that bridge can support his weight until it gets on it. And then, of course, it's too late. Now, fortunately, you're a dragon. You can fly. But let's pretend that you actually can't fly. So the whole point is that getting on that bridge is what's referred to as the leap of faith. So the whole idea is the fact of, okay, if you don't first succeed, try again, so to speak. Just because you're getting your ass knocked backwards a little bit, that doesn't mean that you have to basically kind of like stop and go, oh no, I can't move any forward. I can't go anywhere. No. What this really is a reference to the fact of, okay, this direction didn't work. All right. Learn that way. Hey, Thomas Edison took 10,000 times to make a light bulb. Did he fail 10,000 times? Nope. He just said he learned 10,000 ways not to make a light bulb before he finally found the one solution. So this just basically says the leap of faith. You're going, yeah, I'm going to move forward again. Different direction, different angle, different variation. But no, I will move forward. You want to add to that?
I mean, I think you basically said everything that I was going to say. So thanks for taking all my talking points.
Do I talk too much?
Oh, Soundman has some opinions about that, apparently. I don't think you talk too much. It's just we often have the same trains of thought.
I didn't say it. I didn't say it.
No, you didn't say anything. You just kind of like whined at it.
Oh, no, something else completely different.
So, Debbie, if there is anything we can clarify for you, let us know. If not, we are going to move on
to Annie.
And Debbie says, I've never been afraid to jump. Well, it's time to jump.
Have no fear. It will work in your favor. So,
Annie says, both surprise me. 16.
Well, you pick the deck. Surprise me.
Don't look at me. I know which one we're not going with.
Are you sure?
Oh, then do it. Do
No. Convince me, Miss Everdeen. Oh, okay. The deck that has not yet seen the light of day tonight.
You wanted to be surprised, Annie? Well, you're getting surprised.
What was the number? 11?
16.
16. Okay. Oh, the number of the tower. Ah.
Which makes perfect sense for Annie right now. Because she just knocked her tower over, and I'm so proud of you. I am so proud of you for knocking that tower over.
She tore that
Okay,
down.
so basically is the fact that since you asked for it to be surprised, Red has chosen the R-rated deck, the Tarot of Sexual Magic. Let's see what we have here for... Okay.
Exactly, Chelsea. Chelsea understands me.
Swing. Okay, go for it.
I
All right.
switched.
All right, so we have here the inverted Four of Wands, the regular facing Five of Pentacles, and the inverted Eight of Swords. So element-wise, we have fire, we have water, we have air. That seems to be the common thing. Earth seems to be coming up the least amount of tonight.
We want to
4,
be
5,
less.
8.
We've been so Earth focused for a whole year. I can totally understand people wanting to focus elsewhere.
All right, so even though these are inverted, I'm going to turn these around because after all, these
turn the cards around.
Well, not only that, because these are the sex cards. These we have a couple of screwing cards here.
We sure do.
So we have the physical lust in the swing here, the naked man and a woman, the reverse cowgirl that she is doing while he sits in the chair, and this one which is more missionary-esque type of thing here. But Pan is playing here. The fact of is that these couples essentially are going at it. And I say that, by the way, because having played with this deck quite a bit, there's a very big difference between love-making cards and what I refer to as screwing cards.
Mhm.
There's the whole idea of the physical lust. Um,
Right now, you just need to get some needs met.
yeah, and the cards which are sex, but also you can tell are very emotional based too. These basically are referring to the physical lust, the physical needs being desired, and the thing is, it's getting it, getting it. Yes. What did Matt say? Schwing in one of his comments. Um, and then we have the one here in the middle. This is the really most interesting one from my point of view. This is the Five of Pentacles. This is not an actual physical card. I mean, you see the couple there. They're kind of embracing. They're in the garden with the flowers, and they're just having a very nice, passionate kiss there. He clearly is a musician. There's his violin right there. This is the one Earth card, and the five there is the number for reevaluation. It's like the fact of it's you reevaluating your Earth at this point and balancing it and the between the idea of the this one here, which is 100% lust, versus this one, which is more about 80% lust. The fact that you see here, Pan is the musician again, so we have the both references to the music here and the musician. That what drives your emotional needs, what is it you actually really love to do from an emotional perspective, even if it's something which you do by yourself, by the way. This doesn't always have to refer to a couples thing, but the balance between the physical desires, the emotional desires. This card actually merges the two of them together, but still the physical thing is the more predominant one in here. Now, before I talk too much, do you wish to add something to this?
Um, no, I was actually letting you take the bulk of this because, like I said, I know Annie a bit better than you do, and I know exactly the big change that she's made in her life recently, which does in fact involve the husband. Um, Again, very proud for of you for having done that. It was an untenable situation, some might say,
Hmm.
but um I think you hit most of that on the head, really. Right now, Annie, this is your time for your healing, and it should absolutely be all about you and what you need. So get some.
Yeah. If that's what you need, and frankly, it's certainly there. There's no judgment on our from either of us. That is for sure.
Oh, look, I love. Yep, that's putting it mildly. Yes, I am putting it mildly because this is a public stream and
Hmm.
I'm not going to air your dirty laundry here. If you want to do that yourself, you are totally welcome to, but we don't.
Well, the cards basically say if you need to go out there and sow some wild oats, by all means do so.
Sow those wild oats. Do it. Do it. Because you're a lovely person. You deserve to be loved to the fullest potential that you can be. Go get it. Get it.
Oh my god.
Get. All right. So, Grace, are you still here?
Yes, if Grace is here, you get to be you're the next contestant.
If not, we are going to move on to Chelsea. Do, 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 do.
How
Shall
many,
we?
how many have we done so far?
We have done 7.
So we actually have 3 spots left over. I can't believe we had all those people who said they want to read these and they just disappeared.
Again, this happens every time.
I
but
know.
I guess more so tonight, but
Obviously, we know Chelsea's there, so.
we do know Chelsea's there.
But-
Chelsea is incredibly reliable.
Grace is here. Excellent. So Grace, you are up next. So pick your reader, pick your deck, and give us your number.
Yes. So, I do believe that Grace is new here. So we have multiple different decks, like the one that you just saw, which is the Sexual Magic deck. We have our standard Dragon decks, the Swiss 111J deck, which is also known as the Dark Shadows deck. We also have a bunch of different Oracle decks. And because you can't shuffle the cards through the internet, we ask you to pick a number between 1 and 78 if you are picking a tarot deck so that we can infuse your energy into there.
Oh, you want to get rid of the
No,
get rid of the
my
next troll.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Oh my god. Godric said he's up for one if we have space for it, which right now
We
we
do have space for him. I will put you on the list, Godric. And yes, Annie, it is about time you do something for you. All right. We get a kit. Cool. We get to pick the deck again and 22.
20, another 22.
Another 22. Yes.
Okay.
So
All right. You know what?
I picked the deck last time. You pick this time.
We're going to use 22 twice.
Okay.
We're going to do. I got the feeling of I needed to pull another Oracle card, so we're gonna do one card from the Oracle deck, that being 22, after we do the tarots. So give us a quick little shuffle. All right, that will be set aside for a little bit. Grace didn't have a question, correct?
She did not say.
All right.
So I'm gonna go with no.
No. Actually, yeah, people have not asked questions. They just
We've wanted general stuff this evening.
They're just letting us go.
I think we're more entertaining that way, aren't we?
All depends on your point of view now, doesn't it?
Yeah. I think we're funny.
In your heart.
In my heart, I know I'm funny. Okay. Shall I switch over?
Yes. 3 cards that have actually not shown up tonight. Because we definitely have gotten repeats before other times.
That's true.
We have the regular King of Wands, the Aries card. We have the inverted Queen of Coins, the Taurus card, and the inverted 5 of Coins, another Earth card. So we'll flip these around. So I don't know if either Aries or Taurus refer to you. If they do, if either one of them does, Grace, let us know. I mean, obviously, from a time frame, let's face it, we are almost entering the month of Aries. That be in less than a week.
Yeah.
We are ending.
That's truth.
We are in the last week of Pisces. We are about to head into Aries, and then Taurus comes right after it.
True.
So we have the back-to-back things here. But let's get past the astrology for a second here. Kind of go, all righty. Here you are today, strong, vibrant, full of power. Tomorrow, a little fixated, waiting for that egg to hatch, a little impatient. Why won't it? Why won't it? And then the 5 of Coins here, the dragon that hovers over this intricate maze here. I'm not sure if you can see the detail in the camera here, but that's what this is. This is a very, very intricate maze, and this dragon is hovering over it, trying to solve that maze before getting into it. We often refer to this card as the paralysis by analysis card.
Mm-hmm.
The only way of solving that maze is to get into it. So Grace says she's a Sagittarius.
Yes.
So again, this refers to the fact of the metaphorical. This is today, and this is tomorrow. The fact of, okay, you really are having a hard time moving on. Today, everything seems to feel great, but tomorrow it's the fact of, why won't things move faster than they are? And the thing is, you are waiting for the egg to hatch. You are waiting to solve the labyrinth. Okay. Well, the whole idea is you want to have you basically want to have things progress faster. Stop waiting. Just make it happen. Get into the maze. You want the egg to hatch faster? Sit on it. Give it some warmth.
Yes. Oh, you were looking me to add more than that?
Yes, I am.
Well, no, I completely agree because this is just one of those things where you have to make a move at some point in time. You have to sit on the egg to get what you want, or you need to actually enter the maze. You By doing neither of these things, you're only making life harder for yourself. You got to pick one, the other, or even both. You can try to do multiple things at once. And again, as we've said in some previous readings this evening, results may vary, but you need to have results in the first place.
Mm-hmm. And then, like I did with one of the reading earlier tonight, is I felt the sense of drawing an oracle card from the Dragon Wisdom deck. What was it? We got companions the first time, right? After basically saying
companions for Garrett.
Garrett, I bet after he was like, he refused to ask for help. Well, this was the one that we have here.
Home.
It says home. We have the noble red dragon just basically perched and enjoying the home aspect right by where this dragon calls home. Nice tree, nice waterfall. Home is where your heart is. So in a way, this is going to sound a little strange. In a way, you have to go back to it. And I mean that more from a metaphor point of view, because I think you are physically there, but you're not there emotionally. And the fact that you need to return to that aspect of you in combination with these cards, make it happen. Don't wait for things. But the thing is, in your case, it's that whole idea of turning a house into a home, is the fact of you want to basically be in that spot where you are comfortable, where you are safe. Home for you is a safe spot, safe zone.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what it is right now.
No.
So rather than waiting for it to become that way, make it so. Oh God, I just did John Luke Picard.
Yes, yep.
That was accidental, by the way.
Most of your references tonight have been accidental. Half of them have been for things that you haven't even seen.
Like The Mandalorian, for example.
This is the way.
Tea, Earl Grey, hot. Make it so.
Happy St. Patrick's Stewart Day.
So, Grace, did you have any?
If you have any further questions, and/or if you would like us to clarify something, let us know. If
She just says thank you.
You're welcome. And for those of you that just popped in asking for readings, Leela or Layla, depending, sorry, pronunciation there, and Brittany, we have actually just closed our waiting room for the evening because the last two people that we have that for readings are both here in the chat, which it will be Godric, and then we will close out the evening with Chelsea. But if you would like to have a reading from us, you can either book privately with us, or you can wait till our next free stream. We do one of these every month, and our next free reading stream is actually going to be on April 1st. So it is not too long off.
No, indeed not. As I say, yes, it's only 2 weeks away. I swear.
April 1st live stream. That should be interesting.
Yes, isn't
Your birthday, Leela's birthday is on April Fool's Day?
Well, that must be fun.
And there's a whole story of why April 1st is called April Fool's Day.
And for those of you that have never been a part of these streams before, we do highly recommend that you book in advance because we only do 10 slots per evening because we do have a thing about not wanting to stream all night. We do have people watching from all over the world and we absolutely love you all, but for us it's evening.
Yes. It was funny because the first time we did this, I think we were on like 4.5 hours.
We were on for like 4.5 hours,
was...
and by the time we were done, we both were just like,
exactly. So we definitely, we would welcome you to join our next stream, and please keep watching this one. Since Brittany said, "Can I have a card, please?" You know what? I will give her a card.
Okay, give Brittany a card.
So I don't know what I'm picking. Flip the camera over.
For
you, Brittany, if you are still there. You got the inverted 4 of coins from the Swiss 1-1J deck. Another card which is also very symmetrical. But be warned, because this is not right. Things look very solid, very stable, but the thing is, this card is fully symmetrical, but it's also inverted. There's a little piece which is out of place here. Don't get caught with your pants down, because there's something that's lurking around a dark corner just waiting for you. Okay, I mean a little bit of melodramatic here, but the thing is,
just a touch.
Just a touch. It is the Dark Shadows deck after all. But the idea here is actually, there's something that you're not seeing. There's a little thing out there. If you get a fuller picture, I don't want you to be surprised.
There.
So
that's good for a 1 card.
Mm-hmm. All right, so Godric's up next, correct?
Godric, front and center. Godric, front and center. We did your mom, and now we're gonna do you.
Ew.
Yeah, I phrased it like that for a reason.
I know you did.
Dealer's choice on deck and reader. Godric will take 12.
Oh, have fun with that.
The Hanging Dragon card.
Mm-hmm.
Who's up next?
Your
cards. Wait.
Dealer's choice.
Dealer's choice.
We're picking the deck again.
I got a weird vibe.
Okay, vibe away.
Another deck we have not seen tonight.
Oh,
the deck
one.
Deck I don't really like.
That one.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's not like we don't like it. We just don't connect
with
it.
I don't connect with it very well. So that's...
Well, I feel the same way. But you got a feeling.
Bringing out the old standby, the Rider.
I think that's the first time that we've seen that on the live stream, actually.
No, actually
someone asked for it once.
Tawny did. I did Tawny with it the last time.
Oh, okay.
Which...
Like I said, I just got this little cosmic twinkle.
Which, if you're watching, Tawny, love you.
And these things are very stiff because I don't use them very often. There's a reason behind that.
It's a stiff deck.
Also, for anyone here that's new, or if you are not new but you haven't liked our Facebook page yet, what on earth are you doing? That's how you stay informed of all of the things that we're doing. Facebook has a way of notifying you about those things.
Indeed.
Thunka, 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 thunka.
Thunka, 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 thunka. Oh,
well, then.
You're gonna like this one.
I am already intrigued. Let's rock and roll.
Rock and roll.
Here you go, Godric.
Wanna rock and roll all night and party every day. Okay, we got the 7 of Cups. We have the Queen of Cups, and we have the inverted Devil. Number 15.
My goodness, Godric, what emotions are you stirring within yourself?
Tell me about it.
I know.
And the fact of, look at this. Now, that's actually in a lot of ways is very reminiscent of a card in the Dragon deck. But the thing is, the 7 chalices here, they're not inverted. They hold their contents. But if you can see in this picture, they all hold something different. Some look great, some not so much. The fact of, here we have a wreath. Here we have all kinds of like jewels. Here we have, we have this enchanting, glowing, whatever that is. I'm not sure what that is, but to tell you the truth,
Is a thing.
a thing. Yeah, we have a snake, we have a lizard, we have a castle, and then we have a person.
Godric says, I'm a sad and angry boy.
I just got a whiff of the song "Excitable Boy," but that's kind of the thing there.
Not quite.
Um, these all essentially have yin and yang to them. And the fact of is that actually I'd say some of them actually appear to be a bit benign. But I find interesting is that the ones that actually should be the most enticing, especially this one catch me off the ground. It's like this. Here's the wreath for power, but on the chalice is a skeleton saying like be very careful what you choose. And then of course you have the lizard here, which essentially is like, oh, okay, this should be like really a dangerous one. But the chalice itself, the actual cup itself, is one of the more safe ones to grab a hold of. It's a complete. This is screwball, and here you are, essentially with your arm out, going, "WTF?
What do I choose?
What do I choose?"
Well, also, are you going to let your heart lead you to a good place, or are you going to override your heart and choose one of the cups that is much less emotionally fulfilling, but you think it will be fulfilling in the long run because you don't actually listen to your emotions? Huh, Godric?
Breathe.
You did all that in one breath.
I know.
That was rather impressive.
I may have been calling him out just a touch.
Maybe, but basically, it's also the choice. It's the fact of every choice has consequences. Now, sometimes the consequences are irrelevant. However, it is very much be careful what you choose, be careful what you wish for, because you may get it.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, what you choose, what you wish for, you are going to get, because that's what's going to be. The question is that what's the best choice for you, knowing that nothing will ever be 100% fantastic or 100% rotten. You're going to get that mixed bag. That's why each one of these things is a mixed bag. It's an unknown, or they are giving clear references of something which is great and something which stinks in the same thing. So choose, because you must choose. Because even not making a choice is still choosing. Because if you don't pick something, it will pick you. They say if you don't know where you're going, you're going to end up someplace
Don't
else.
judge me. Feelings are hard. I'm not
If you
judging
make
you.
a decide, you still have made a choice.
I'm not judging you. Feelings are hard. You're not wrong, but you still have to deal with them. And that's something that took me a very long time to realize. You can't just ignore them and repress them and pretend you're fine. That's not how that works. You have to actually deal with your feelings.
Oh wait, I got this one. I got this one.
Wait,
Looks like a troll.
no, wait.
Oh, are you referring to Casey there?
Yeah,
That's a
actually
troll.
read that. Yeah, I got that.
Nice try.
Well, so
You're taking all the fun.
I know. Anyway, so I love the old Twilight Zones. This card is very reminiscent of the Twilight Zone, where the couple in the antique store accidentally break a bottle and a genie comes out,
mhm.
and the genie will grant them 4 wishes. But the thing is, the whole concept behind that whole episode is be careful what you wish for.
Yeah, he literally winds up being Hitler.
Right. Well, the thing is at one point, when they realize that the genie's wishes are not all they come up to be, and the genie basically says, "You run the risk of consequences no matter what you wish for."
So, moving into
Moving on to this one, the whole point of the fact of, okay, so now you've made your choice. This is the result. The Queen of Cups, which by the way also doubles as Scorpio, as this and this as this is Sagittarius. So therefore, there's your choice. You have chosen the physical object, which you are now then holding in your hands, as this queen is doing, and you're enjoying it. You're looking at it. It's kind of a weird shape, don't you think, though? You're
Not exactly sure how you're meant to drink out of that.
I'm not either. I'm not sure, but the whole idea is that the focus is on this, and therefore, it actually look at all the junk here at the at the queen's feet here.
You are not finding joy in many things.
No.
Depression's a bitch like that.
Yeah, in the fact of okay, I wouldn't necessarily say this is a quote bad choice, but the thing is, by having made this choice, it's clearly that you're not getting the fulfillment that you thought you would, and therefore it's just okay. Move forward to the devil, inverted devil. Time to blow things up, isn't it?
I'd say so.
Yeah, that's essentially it's like, all right, what is it that you really, really, really want?
It's time to do the hard work.
Yes.
And you don't want to.
You're right.
You don't feel ready yet, but there is literally nowhere else for you to go
as you
and
said,
nothing else for you to do. It's time to do the hard work.
As you said, feelings are hard. You know what? But the thing is, I'm sorry. I'm not going to give you any sympathy for that.
We're not going to enable that.
The inverted devil here basically says it's time for you to actually get into that feeling part, that deep down gut thing, and kind of go,
it's time for you to do the things that hurt.
Yeah. Because once you get rid of them, then, you don't have to be on a chain here, as is depicted by the man and the woman here who are chained together. They're chained to the devil's chair here, Maybe there can be some fun there, but the whole point is the fact of, no, you need to do the work.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you had done the work in the first place, this card would have made a hell of a lot more sense. But one of the reasons why it's so flippant confusing is because you don't know what to do.
Shadow work is very overwhelming when you first begin, especially since we are raised in a society of light workers, and I'm not saying light workers in a kind way right now either. I'm talking about the people that specifically will not touch any of the dark stuff specifically because it is uncomfortable. Just because something is uncomfortable does not make it bad. You have to do the uncomfortable things in order to move past the part where they are uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. You need to get down in the nitty-gritty with those dark parts of yourself and deal with them rather than pretend they don't exist.
You don't, it's like people say, don't worry, be happy, right? You don't have to be happy all the time. It's okay to not be okay for a bit.
It's okay for you to be a sad, angry boy, but you can't perpetually be a sad, angry boy. The fact that you can identify that you are sad and angry is great. Now, deal with those feelings.
Mm-hmm. I think we've pounded on him enough, don't you think?
Yes.
Charles,
it's time to end our evening with you, which is a lovely way to end the evening, is it not? Yeah, sorry if that seemed a little harsh, Godric, but we're harsh because we care.
Mm-hmm.
And we appreciate you, Godric.
Always.
Shall we do our final round of commercial before
sure.
Chelsea?
Well, we're waiting for Chelsea to come back on and let us know what she wants.
Yes, indeed. So, for those of you who were not here at the beginning of the stream or who were but are still here, you get round 2. We are Lord Fafnir and Spawn Psychic Readers, and our website is on your screen right now, www.fafnirandspawn.com. You can go there to learn more about us, to book readings with us, and to learn more about our schedule, what we have going on in 2021. You can also find us on Facebook at Lord Fafnir and Spawn Psychic Readers. On our Facebook page, we have a very fancy schmancy Book Now button that shows you literally all of the services that we provide, and it can put you right into our calendar. It's very easy and user intuitive, so we highly recommend that you use that tool. If you are looking for a bit of more daily wisdom, we also have an Instagram at Fafnir and Spawn where we do daily draws. So if you would like to see those, you can follow us there. We are also on YouTube. We're YouTubers now too at Lord Fafnir and Spawn Psychic Readers, where we post all of the live streams that we do so that you can watch them over and over and over because we are just that entertaining. I know we are. And it's also where you can see the Lord's ongoing series Messages in the Music, which deals more with his clairaudient abilities, which are just divine. Hey! We have some events coming up, as we mentioned. Next Thursday is a stream where you can spend an evening with Spawn. It is one of our private streams where it's going to be just me. We are starting to split up on the streams. Woo! And it is going to be specifically all energy work. So if you would like to have some energy work done for you by Spawn, please join me on Thursday. It's $20 per person.
Like that, me.
Us, me, you know, whoever is going to be on the stream with us. Like I said, it is $20 per person. The event for that is on our Facebook page. You can check it out there for more details, and you can message us to book your spot. We also have on April 1st our next free stream, which is what is happening right now. Our next one of these is on April 1st, so please join us for that. If you would like to book a spot to have a reading, please message us at our Facebook page, Lord Fafnir and Spawn Psychic Readers, or email us at fafnirandspawn@gmail.com. We are very responsive. We also have on tax day coming up. Take it away, Lord.
On tax day, we have another paid private stream where we will be adding, in addition to the two of us, we'll be adding Julianne Thompson, a very special spiritual medium. And so we'll be adding that to the repertoire for the evening, and you can have any one of us or all of us do a reading for any of our skill sets. So it'd be a very fun, versatile evening. That is $25 to get into that one. And like with any of our our paid private streams, I still can't do this right without stumbling over this. If you pay for a reading, you will get one. That's how we do it. There's no time limit to these things. We go as long as we have to.
Indeed. So again, the event for that is up on our Facebook page. I have not made the event for our April 1st stream yet, but that will be up by the end of the week. So please join us for all of these events because we love seeing you all. And like I say, every single stream, if it weren't for you all, we would not be doing this.
This is certainly true.
So
I want to throw this one up here real quick before we move on to Chills. Carol has an interesting comment on all this thing here. Is it her imagination, or does it seem that most of the readings focus on change and chances? Well,
yes.
Yeah, and I'm looking this way. Duh. Mainly because, let's face it, what we're going through right now, just take a look at the physical aspect. We're about to get out of winter, thank goodness, and go into springtime. Plus, we can finally see the light at the end of the tunnel when it comes to COVID. And no, it is not the headlamp of the oncoming train. We seem to be finally at a point where we'll be having at least some sense of at least a portion of normalcy going into the summer months. And it is a very welcome relief. So yes, change is huge right now. But what we actually do with that, that's a whole nother thing here. Hence the whole point of the chances.
All right, Chels, what's up? Okay, so I was going to say general, but I really want some kind of message about two boarding private schools up in New Hampshire that I have applied to have some good signs/outcomes. Both, whichever deck calls to you, 29. Yes, she told me the other day that she's applied to Phillips Exeter. That's exciting. I didn't realize that you had applied to another one there, babe. Or did I miss that? I've been having some memory issues the last few days, so that might just be on me. So both, whichever deck calls to us, and 29. My deck is the winner. Winner, winner, dragon deck.
This is a very serious question.
It is.
When in doubt, take a pawn.
Off a chessboard?
Mm-hmm. That's an old. You've never heard that.
I've never heard that phrase.
And you've never, and you're really not a big chess player anyway.
Well, I do like playing, chess casually, but I've never done it, I'm not a competitor by any means.
She says with Kimball Union. I don't know.
I've never heard of
never
them.
heard of that one.
Where are they? Tell us where they are. Because interesting. Interesting. All right, I shall do the switcheroo.
Isn't she a bit old for boarding school?
What?
Isn't she a bit old for boarding school?
I'm not even. Wow. Of course, it is Chills. I mean, so she's familiar with all our very bizarre senses of humor.
Yes. Oh, it's in Plainfield. Okay.
A 17, a 4, and a 7.
This is also a very interesting progression. Sound man, stop yawning.
It wasn't me.
Everyone yell at the sound man to stop yawning immediately. He's gonna make us yawn.
Wow. Nobody's gonna yell at me. They like me.
Inverted star, also known as Aquarius. Regular 4 of swords, inverted chariot, otherwise known as Cancer. Boy, Chels, be careful what you wish for. Surprise! Do you really know what you're getting into? And that's, by the way, is a question I don't expect you to answer.
Probably not.
Because I kind of look at this and I go, whoa, yeah, surprise, surprise. I would say, since you're asking about the schools that you've applied to, if you have a strong feeling that one may say yes, or a strong feeling that one will probably say, no way, Jose, not going to happen. Wrong. It's going to be a surprise. If you, honestly, it's the fact of these cards are basically kind of going, surprise is in your thing, in your direction, and a nice surprise. So the thing is, if you really honestly say it's Exeter, and that you really didn't think that Phillips Academy in Exeter was really going to be up your thing there. Well, guess what? That one appears to be in your favor, but boy, is that going to be so much more effort than you think. Be careful what you wish for. You may get it.
There's been a lot of be careful what you wish for. Although
yes.
I will say that probably after I'm not quite sure how long you've been at the private Catholic school, but I feel like the private Catholic school has probably toughened you up quite a bit, so that you are at least going into this with more open eyes than you would be if you had not had that toughening experience. Because private Catholic schools can be tough.
Yeah.
You've never experienced school until you've had a nun wrap your knuckles with a ruler, just saying.
Wow.
I went to Catholic school.
Never had that pleasure, and I don't think I will in this lifetime either.
Thankfully, neither will I.
Be grateful. Be very, very grateful.
Oh, my dad went to. I heard about that. So anyway, the chariot was inverted. This is the search card. You have searched, and you've searched, and gosh, it's hot. You're glad that the search is finally coming to an end.
because the search is also less about the job and more about the location where the job is. So even if one of them does accept you and you get back up here and you find out it's not what you thought, slash, it's not what you truly wanted it to be, congratulations, you're still back in the location that you wanted to be, and there's way more opportunity here. It's much easier to get a job in the state that you're actually residing in as opposed to trying to find a job out of state, especially now. So I can totally understand the struggles that you have been having for more than a year at this point.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't work as always retail.
She's never going to go back to retail. She does not hate herself that much.
Me either.
Do you concur with what I was yammering about?
I do concur with your yammering. Also, I find it interesting that she drew the star and we drew the star today. She drew the star and we drew. I'm so tired.
It's St. Patty's Day. This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. I realize that Aquarius as a sign, as a month, is actually in the rearview mirror. We have 10 months before we hit Aquarius again, but still, it's that redawning. Spring is coming.
Yeah, and honestly, I think Chelsea says, especially because they offer houses for teachers, and I think that's one of the biggest perks for you right now.
I believe, yeah.
Hopefully, they're cool with your cats because your cats are cool.
Exeter is a really nice town too.
I want a job that offers me a house.
She says,
Become a minister.
So did you say one is leaning closer than the others? Let's look see. Look see. Let me just flip-de dip.
You picked the Empress.
I did.
Yeah, the first three cards basically suggested that if you had this feeling that one was leaning more so in your favor or against your favor, flip it around because that's the reality.
We're not saying we're getting feelings about one leaning more towards or the other. We're saying if you have a feeling, go with whatever the feeling is, be it positive or negative. But from where I'm sitting, I'm having a more positive inclination. Would you agree?
Yes, I would agree with that.
Especially with the Empress there.
Because almost as if the fact of it, you almost would want to say to yourself, oh, it can't be that easy. And the answer is no, it can't. So if it seems that easy now, it's going to get harder later.
You know that there's going to be another shoe.
Mm-hmm.
Prepare for the other shoe. Have a good night, Carol.
Carol is leaving us.
Well,
have a wonderful evening. I'm glad she was wow, even almost 2 hours.
Yes, so I mean, it's really funny when people are commenting like, "Wow, you guys are just like going through it so fast tonight."
It slowed down in the back half.
Even going super fast, we're still on for a while.
Well, you know, when Red starts talking about the commercial, that wastes about 10 minutes right there.
Card say anything about Sound Guy's music career?
No.
What was this question?
Do the cards say anything about Soundman's music career in the next few months?
No.
No.
You want to try again?
I said 12 to 24.
Still no.
No.
You're getting astrology signs. You got Leo followed by
Nope.
Taurus, followed by nope. That's nothing.
Chelsea says, "Thank you. This makes me feel much more confident, and honestly, even if one is harder, it is not going to be as suffocating as having to pretend I'm someone I'm not." Yes, because someone like you in a private Catholic school is challenging, I am sure.
Yeah.
Someone like you. But, oh boy.
Oh, brother.
They're not very tolerant.
The Catholics?
I'm being diplomatic.
I'm going to keep my mouth shut.
I'm being diplomatic.
You're being very diplomatic.
This is a family show. I'm going to shut my mouth now.
So, on that note, is it time?
I think it is time.
So, I just did the second commercial.
You
I will
did.
not do a third round. But please, if you would like to attend any of the events that we have going on, please go and look at our Facebook page, look at the events that we have up there. You can also go to our website that has our full 2021 schedule there. Also, our page for special events, which has more detail about what we will be doing on Tax Day with Julianne Thompson. And if you would like to know more about Julianne Thompson, please go to our YouTube, Lord Fafnir and Spawn Psychic Readers, and look up the video that we did where we interviewed her. You will learn much about her and how wonderful of a person she is.
When did we do that one, by the way? Do you remember the date of that?
Oh, it was still in 2020. I believe it was either, I'm going to say October or November.
Okay, that sounds about right. Anyway, peruse all of our videos of the past because we are just that entertaining. And you'll learn a lot too.
And on that note,
Merry meet, merry part, and merry meet again.